Hello, dear students. Today I am here with a new chapter of Class 7th History Devotional Paths to the Divine. In this, first of all, we talk about the idea of a supreme God. Before the 7th century, Buddhist, Jain, and other faiths in the Indian subcontinent believed that all are equal and all have the right to live and to become free. Before the formation of empires, people worshipped different god and goddesses, but as kingdom grew into empires, the idea that all living things pass through cycle of birth, rebirth, and karma became widely accepted. One of the beliefs that developed from the 7th century onward was that human beings are not equal, not even at birth, and social privileges are for those who are born in a higher caste. That means here they are talking about the Varn based society. Many people did not believe in this idea and turned to Buddhism or Jainism, where the path to salvation lay through personal efforts. Other people follow the idea of a supreme God, where salvation, that means nirvana, moksha, freedom from birth and death, could be achieved through devotion to one God. That means they are talking about bhakti, and this is advised in the Bhagavad Gita. Shiv, Vishnu, and Durga became supreme deities, and their myths and legends became a part of Puranic stories. The Purans introduced method of worship in local cults and said that all devotees could get the blessing of the god regardless of their caste. Now a new kind of bhakti in South India, Nayanars and Alvars. Between the 7th and the 9th century, there was an emergence of new religious movement led by Nayanars. Those who are the devotees, basically they were the saints who were the devotees who are devoted to Shiva, and Alvars. They were also saints and they were devoted to Vishnu, who came from all castes, including those considered untouchables, such as the Pulayars and the Panars. They detested Buddhist and the Jain and preaches that love for Shiv and Vishnu was the path to salvation. They believed in the ideal of love and heroism from the Sangam literature and they mixed them with the value of bhakti. I think you must be remember of class 6. You must be knowing the about the Sangam literature also. So Nayanars and Alvars wandered from place to place and composed unique poem and music in the praise of their deities. Between the 10th and the 12th century, the Cholas and the Pandyas kings built splendid temples around the shrines visited by these saint poets. Their poems were compiled and their hagiographies, that means religious biographies, were composed, and even today they are source of history for modern researchers. Now philosophy and bhakti. So for in philosophy and bhakti we'll talk about Shankara. Shankara, he was born in Kerala in the 8th century and was a very influential thinker of India. He was an advocate of Advaita, or the doctrine of the oneness of the human soul and the supreme soul, which is formless and is the ultimate reality. He advised people to give up worldly things because they are an illusion or maya, and to follow the path of knowledge because it is the true path of salvation. Then we talk about the Ramanuja. Ramanuj was born in Tamil Nadu in the 11th century and he was highly influenced by the philosophy of the Alvars. He thought that the path to salvation was through intense devotion to Lord Vishnu because the grace of the Lord helped devotees attain permanent bliss, that means freedom and happiness. He also suggested the theory of Vishnu Vishvadvaitva or qualified oneness, which says that even if a soul unites with the Supreme Soul, it remains distinct and under the blessing of the Supreme Soul. The ideology inspired a new form of bhakti in northern India. Now, Basvanna's Vaishnavism. The Tamil Bhakti movement and the temple worship came together to create the visheva movement, the beginning in that began in Karnataka in the mid 12th century. It was initiated by Basvanna and other Vishevas such as Alamma Prabhu and Akamma Devi. They fought for the equality of all human beings and against the Brahmical ideas of caste and poor treatment of women. They were also against religious rituals and idol worship. Hope you like this presentation. We'll continue this chapter in our next video. Thank you.